Welcome back to the Real South Africa, and of course, like and subscribe to this channel. It's amazing content. We have Claude Jacobs all the way from the U.S. and his first impressions on South Africa. Stay with us. Guys, we have a video on Amazon Prime, and of course, it's going to be on our website, so please check it out. It is amazing. It is our first documentary, and it covers so many topics that we all need to be talking about today. So check it out on our website and Amazon Prime. All right, guys, as you watch this video, he's going to be talking about the food. He's going to be talking about so many things. And we just kind of wanted to show you exactly what people are talking about. But yeah, the food here in South Africa is amazing. If you've never been here, go ahead and book your trip with us on our website, therealsouthafrica.com. And of course, we feature Johannesburg, which is a nice location. And then, of course, you can always come to Cape Town. We take care of you there. And then Durban is always a special spot in our heart. So come through. Cool. All right, everybody, this is Mark Blanton from The Real South Africa, and we got Natasha Blanton.
Hey guys, how are you today?
Yeah, absolutely. And we are going to have a short conversation. Hopefully it's very short.
I don't know with me, it might not be short.
Well, he has a lot to say. Guys, he has a lot to say. So I'm going to let him introduce himself. He's going to tell you where he's from and why he's here in South Africa.
Okay. Hello world, my name is Claude Jacobs, aka Ifatumi B. Originally from Ngala Geechee Islands, off the coast of South Carolina. Very small knit community, cultural, very beautiful area. And I'm here because of the Blantons. I'm here because of my own personal journey as well, because I've been looking at South Africa for many years. My father taught us very young about South Africa, the history, and about Africa in general, about how to be an African man, how to be an upright man, how to be responsible with integrity. So he wants to show us the history of Africa and that it was more than what America was showing us. So I thank my father.
Okay, I'm sure he was a good guy.
Yes, he's still here, you know.
Okay,
so,
he's still
he's still here. Definitely, he's a great guy. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So far, how are you finding your way here in South Africa? I mean, what are you thinking? You've been here for a few days now.
Yes. Man, it's home. It's home.
Okay.
I felt at home as soon as I got here. Mm-hmm. Everyone was so welcoming and kind, soft-spoken, just ready to serve, you know, just ready to welcome me and welcome me home. So the accommodations are beautiful. Okay. I'm staying in a beautiful area. Like I told Mark earlier, I feel like I live here now. Like I'm coming from my apartment upstairs and I'm greeting all of the people that I know down here. And
now they know you a little bit.
Yes, they know me well. So he's like, Mr. Jacobs, you know. Everyone's giving me a pound and a little handshakes.
Yeah.
They're happy to see me, like genuinely happy to see me.
Yeah.
You know, everywhere I go, all the drivers, like shout out to Herbert, you know, and his son. You know, Herbert took me everywhere. We saw a lot of giraffes.
A lot of giraffes.
Yeah. So.
But people say there's animals everywhere, though, right? All over, just running around rampant in Africa. Is that right?
Oh man, you know, it's only on game reserves. You know, we got this thing under control down here.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we're not wild. We know how to. We started civilization. So.
Yeah. Oh, y'all heard that?
You know.
Okay, so it's sophisticated now.
Oh yeah, it's very clean. Mm-hmm. The bathrooms, I left out of a bathroom and the guy was right there to clean it up. You know, so it's nothing's unattended. Yeah, you know, everyone's always checking on you, and I'm always asking.
You want to put some?
Definitely.
Put some honey in there. Yes. Yeah, we have Robles tea. I think you only can get it here in South Africa. I think it's indigenous or part of the South African culture. So it's not the sunniest of days. So we decided to have a little tea and whatnot. Tasha, what do you have?
I'm having honey, lemon, ginger, and mint tea.
See, women always do like extra. They always make it better, right?
Well, if she would have ordered it for me when she wasn't here when it was ordered,
Yeah, he would have had me.
She would have had me.
I would have followed you too.
There
Yeah.
you go. There you go.
See, I get to lead every now and then, guys.
Yeah.
Every now and then I get to lead.
Yeah, that's just being funny. But anyway, so now when
That's good.
I know you told me earlier that your son said that he was trying to make a move here or
Yes.
to come here.
Yes.
Now, how about the people that you told that you said, hey, I'm going to Africa? What were they saying? Your friends and maybe other family members?
Well, I was very strategic with this, Mark. I already know Americans as far as, they give us a lot of fear to not do anything beyond working and doing whatever goes on in America. So I didn't tell anybody until I paid for my ticket, after I paid for everything in January. And then I started telling my close friends, and just a few.
Yeah.
But they already know I travel. They know that I'm going to be the one that venture out, and I speak things into existence. So I've been talking about living in Africa for years. So the ones that know.
Yeah.
So the ones that don't know, hey.
They know now.
Yeah. Like my motto is, I work with the willing, right? Because I mentor young men in Atlanta, young women as well. I'm a part of an organization there. Actually with my ex-wife. So we do spiritual counseling. This is a lot going on in Atlanta with young people and stuff, in America in general. So I do a lot of that, and I just try to inspire people to look beyond their current circumstances, because people get stuck in their current circumstances and you think that's what their life is, but it's a journey. So if you just look at your whole life as a journey, you're here to go through things to motivate yourself and inspire yourself to bring out the best in you.
Yeah.
So that's just been my life, and that's what I continue to do. And anybody comes my way, I just give them what I've gone through, the experiences I've had, and the travels I've had. Because if you don't travel, you're never going to know the world.
Exactly. Unless you, as some people do, they're on Google.
Right.
Sending Google messages to me about what's going on here in South Africa or things they may have heard, and obviously we can't answer all those questions.
Right.
We always give the same answer. You're just going to have to come down and visit South Africa yourself, because I'm sure there was a couple of things that were dispelled about South Africa when you got here, or was it exactly as if you thought it was going to be?
You all painted a perfect picture for me. Every place you went, every place you experienced, and the fact that you stayed here, you've been here, the general managers, like every place you've actually experienced, and just seeing how you are just from the videos, I know that you have high standards.
Yeah.
You've been in good places. You're business people, so you've been in good spaces, so you expect high quality. Yeah. So the fact that you've gone to these places, that you've experienced them, that the people there, and you're painting the narrative, a new narrative of what we should be seeing in America. Yeah. With South Africa and Africa in general.
And we do what we can because we want people to see it. I don't know how many times we've been told on the side, man, y'all could have just came down here and didn't tell nobody.
Exactly.
And
yeah.
That's not how it works, And I think we've been getting a lot of blessings, as well, simply because that we just decide that we want to, from a business perspective, put together an actual situation that we all can take advantage of to come down here and see South Africa.
Right.
And I'll be honest with you, that I don't think there's been too many people that's come here that didn't take away something that they didn't have before.
Right.
Okay.
I'm choking, but it's okay.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? But
yes.
Everybody comes away with something. Right now, you're coming away with something.
Yeah.
You haven't even left yet.
Yeah, I'm coming away with a lot, man. Like, I'm official. Trust me. Just the love I've gotten from black men.
Yeah.
It's hard to get that where I'm at, man. I don't have any, when I tell you I don't have any male friends, like I know some people and they're cool, but like in my inner circle that I hang out with, let's go do things, nothing. I usually hang out with women because women are more, women are more open and, I don't know. Men are just, it's kind of like, if it's not sports or something really basic, it's really not much room for conversation.
So would you say that it's a situation where you don't feel like there are men that are on the same path as you, and that you find that there are women that just happen to be, for lack of a better term, on a spiritual journey?
Exactly.
So because women are mostly into that anyway,
Right.
you're more apt to gravitate toward that same energy versus...
Right, exactly.
Does that make sense?
Exactly.
Okay.
And I've gone through spiritual initiations. Like in 2017, I went to Nigeria, to Ibadan, and stayed there for like 3 weeks, went through a priest initiation.
Okay.
So, you know, I've been on the spiritual path since I was a little boy. I didn't know why, you know, because back home, you know, it's no tall buildings. You can see all of the stars at night. So I'm like, you know, just got to be more out there, you know? So I always aspired to continue to learn myself and continue to strive to just gain more access to why I came to the planet, you know?
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people don't ask those type of questions, so it's kind of lonely. You know, so I have to just keep striving. You know, I've read books, and you know, a lot of people, I know this in America, a lot of people read books. They read a ton of books, but they won't come to Africa. They talk about all this ancient African stuff, and they won't come here.
Yeah.
Never been to Egypt, talk about Egypt. Never been to Africa, and you know.
But they're experts too.
Yeah.
To them. Unfortunately, we run across a lot of people that are experts because they may have a friend that's from maybe Cameroon, and they say, "Oh, my Cameroonian friend told me this about Africa," and Africa is massive.
Right.
It's massive.
Right.
And it got 1.3 billion people, so that it's unfair to that Cameroonian person to have to speak on
all of Africa.
For all of Africa. I think at any point you're just going to have to, you know, get on a plane and get here.
Right.
And you know, if you come here properly, as you did,
Right.
Things will open up for you quickly because we mentioned earlier, we was having a conversation, y'all, before we started this, how he's a massage therapist, and if it's okay to say that.
Yes, it's okay.
Yeah, I said it. He's a massage therapist.
Right.
And so we sent him on a massage
For his birthday.
for his birthday because he turned 47. 6, not 47.
So they say. I may not be 47.
Yeah. And you know, and it's funny because we were chatting about the relations on that side in the U.S. and not to put it down, but we're finding that people such as yourself are discovering things.
Yes.
Let's just say that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So tell them the story, if you don't mind.
Want to put me out there?
I do. Well, because
You don't have to tell the full
you have
story.
to the full story.
You're right,
Just
right.
Explain to them that
There's opportunities.
there's opportunities and that it was much easier for you here.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So was in the spa, got there, amazing hotel. I love the West Cliff.
It's great.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother story
Yeah.
at dinner. You know? But you know, I love the sauna. So I was in the sauna for about an hour, back and forth, until I went and put on my robe, went to lay down and wait for my therapist to come get me. So I got my eyes closed, and I hear my name, Claude.
Sounds
You
about
know,
right.
yeah, or Mr. Jacobs.
Yeah.
I think she said Mr. Jacobs. And so I open my eyes, and there goes my massage therapist.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay. So we went to the room, and she put my feet in them, and it just turned into a whole conversation and a whole, like 90 minutes of talking and relating, and we ended up taking some pictures together, and we hung out, and you know.
Hey man, how do you hang out when you got your feet in the water? How does that work?
Well, afterwards, yeah, we exchange info, you know.
Okay.
We exchange info.
Yeah, we call it details.
Okay, details.
Gotcha.
She even went and got her friend and introduced her friend to me. And you know, it's like I met my best friend or something. I met a good female friend, like somebody like me.
Okay.
You know, that has a good soul, that has a good personality, that's intelligent, that's wise beyond her years.
Yeah.
You know, and caring. Like we out and I can see the care in how she talks to other people, how she deals with other people, and it's a softness. You know, it's
femininity.
Like I love femininity. I love nurturing. I love just ease.
Yeah.
And that's what I've been getting.
Okay.
And
so in short, as we used to say in the 80s, we just kicking it.
Right. You know, I said that to her. And she said, what's kicking it? And I said, right, what we doing right now?
What we doing right now?
You just chilling, you know? And she's down for whatever I'm down, you know, and she pulled up on me one night, like the next. But anyway,
we're gonna leave that where
we're gonna leave that where it is. But like,
she was interesting.
She was very interesting, very intriguing. She was intrigued with me.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing, you know. A man can be interested in a woman, right? Mm-hmm. But if a woman's not interested in a man, you know, you're just begging. You know.
But you know what we have found? You know, we're here full time. And there are people that come here, and they're maybe not with us, but or been here before us. And what I've found, there are more women that come here. They travel more, first of all.
Right, exactly.
And they come here and they find relationship.
Right.
Proper relationship. Not everyone, but some of them do that are looking for relationship. And there are men that have found relationships.
Right.
Here in South Africa, and they find it very pleasant,
right?
To say the least, like, whew,
you know, you were speaking to him before about our friend that's from the same area that he's from. Mm-hmm. He came from the relationship too.
He sure did.
Yeah,
he's a get you man, like yourself.
Yeah, he has a relationship here, so he's here often. So are we going to be seeing you more often?
I'm coming. I mean, I already told him like I'm looking for 90 days.
Okay.
Like I was already going to do that. I already had a plan before I got here. Mm-hmm. You know, like it didn't take me too many videos to know. Mm-hmm. So by the end of July, I started like maybe 2 weeks before I reached out and said, okay, it's a wrap. I'm going. Yeah. And so when I reached out, and then, you know, I paid my first deposit on August 8th.
You remember that?
Yeah, because it's like a portal, you know. I'm like, okay, I'm doing it. And I just did it. And, you know.
You were serious.
I'm serious.
No,
like, I already had a plan to move to Africa, and I know that this is the place to be. So I'm telling everybody that if you're really serious about living free and living abundantly, living where you don't have to worry about being black, and you can get real service, and you don't have to, you know, even if you just come on your own, like, people out here are nice. They're kind. They're courteous. They want to see you win. Yeah. They're happy to see you. And I think you should come to the real South Africa because they're proper. Yeah. They're very, very proper. They're very professional. You're set up really nicely. And everywhere I've been, like the grill house.
Yeah. Oh, how was that?
And I'm not a big meat eater. I don't I don't eat meat in the
You
States.
don't eat meat. No.
I don't eat meat. I don't eat meat. But yeah, I don't eat that stuff in America.
Right.
Yeah.
It's very difficult.
Yeah, it'll hurt you, you know. So I said I'm going to prepare myself before I get here. So, and I had a good time. I ate most of it, you know. Mm-hmm. And Signatures was dope. It was good. When I tell you, it was a lady there, my waitress. Shout out to her. She, every time I tried to pour my own water, she would run. She almost got upset with me.
I was like, stop that.
Yeah, she's like, stop. Don't you do that, you know?
Messing me up.
Yeah. So I was like, man, this is like you say all the time, Mark. This is what we deserve. This is supposed to be regular.
Yeah. This is the level where we should be getting
exactly.
on, you know, and you're starting to see that now,
right?
And it makes you want to level up no matter where you go,
right?
I think that we had mentioned that earlier,
right?
But a lot of people, when we was talking, because truth be told, we would have people go to that same restaurant, get there, and be like, I don't want to stay here, because they're not used to be on that level, but they actually deserve to be.
Right.
You know,
that's a personal feeling.
Yeah.
You know, if you feel like you deserve more, you come to places like this and you kind of say, "Oh, this is what I've been waiting to feel," or you can can be like the people that he just mentioned that get there and don't think they deserve it,
Right.
and then turn around and say, this is not for me.
Yeah.
Right.
We've had that happen.
Because in America, when you go into spaces like that,
Yeah.
they make you feel unwelcome.
It's nerve-wracking.
And then say you get the money to come, right? You may not make a lot of money and you come. You feel uncomfortable because you don't go out, you don't go into those spaces where you're from.
Exactly.
You know, or you may not travel that much. So this may be a once in a lifetime trip, and then you get here and you might be like, well, do I deserve it? So you kind of.
But when you walked in, you saw a lot of us sitting up in there.
Oh yeah.
Us, like
Yeah.
top, like
Oh, yeah.
excellence, all the way
Definitely.
across the board. And you
Definitely.
belong to be there.
Yeah. So when I got here, everybody was like, I'm laughing and joking with everybody, and everyone's just happy to see me, and the service is top notch, man. It's just you can't be African service.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
Yeah.
African service is on another level, and I've been complimenting everybody about that because it's clean, it's organized, it's cultural. Like the Leonardo,
Yeah.
all kind of African art, all
Oh,
kind
yeah, it's
of
beautiful in it. It's art
man,
everywhere.
It's art everywhere.
Yeah. They actually just have a tour of the Leonardo just to look at the art. They do.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
It's an art space down here. I took a lot of pictures in there.
Oh, yeah. Of course.
Yeah.
Art gallery next
Yeah, the art gallery.
Did you go into where the cars are, see the art inside there?
I didn't go inside, but I was walking around there.
Nah,
They
you
have
can
art
just walk
inside there too.
Okay.
You should go look
Yeah, just
inside
walk
there.
in. Feel
They have
comfortable.
great food.
with just
Yeah.
walking in.
And one of the guys told me that the other hotels are available to me too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I'm
Walk over there when we're done.
okay, cool. Yeah, I'm hanging out with the Blantons, y'all. Like I'm exclusive now.
Oh, there we go.
Show them the bottle. Show them the bottle.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, put it on. Maybe the owner will come out here or something.
So it's official. This is the only bottle in South Africa of Uncle Nearest. If you guys don't know what this is, please look it up. It is a female, black-owned whiskey company in the U.S. So
Out of Tennessee.
he
Yes.
just won a bunch of awards. If you guys don't know, he brought us a bottle all the way. How'd you get this in here anyway?
In my bag. In my
He's
Anyway, we
smuggled.
won't talk
I'm
about
magical.
that, but I'm excited. I'm excited. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome.
But this is cool. But yeah, we do, and we know because we're American, income, what people make, and to do what you're doing on this level, obviously you have to be a high, as some people say, a high network individual to do these types of things. But here, you could be a middle earner,
Right.
and enjoy these types of things,
Right.
And of course you're not stuck on a resort. You're kind of like you can pretty much go wherever you want.
Man, you're just free flowing. You can go anywhere.
Yeah,
The Ubers are super cheap. I've been taking Uber Black here.
yeah, 'cause it's cheap.
Exactly.
I'm like,
Exactly.
why not?
I tell
you know?
people all the time, if you must use an Uber, please do an Uber Black.
Yeah.
It's affordable,
Right.
and it's the next best thing to us providing transportation.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
And when I tell you everybody's got my number that I've encountered,
How many friends you got?
I probably got like 20 or more. I was eating breakfast over there this morning, and I met a Ghanaian elder brother. He's in investments. I was like, I've been looking for like mentors in investing in business, and I've been calling that type of stuff forth. And I met him.
Yeah.
I met another guy at Manila Square who took my picture in front of the thing.
Okay.
He invited me to Zambia. He knew about Gullah Geechee culture. He said, "Oh, I'll host you. You come to my house, and here's
They
my
mean
nephew."
that, though.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, they
we've been in contact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And see, this is, and I'm glad you said that because, you know how it is in the States. Everybody's so.
Yeah.
I mean, we're all in silos.
Yeah.
And here, and that's what we found. That there's like whatever you're looking for. So there are those in the States that'll be like, well, I want to be able to meet these types of people, and I want to be able to this, and I want to be able to that.
Right.
And I'm like, well, okay, but you have to just come here.
Yeah.
And they're like, they almost want to connect, like to grab the hand and grab the
Yeah.
hand and put it together. And unfortunately, like you just said, you ran across an investment guy. I mean, a lot of these people here are doing a lot of things, and they want you to come do the same thing.
Exactly.
All you got to do is just mention it.
Exactly.
But to his point
Yeah.
earlier, it's not just about saying make the connection. You have to bring that energy with you. If you come over here expecting, and I mean expecting in a negative way, like someone just supposed to give you something,
Right.
that's going to be a problem. You have to come over here with an equal exchange of energy, for lack of a better term.
Right.
And then what you're trying to manifest will usually show up. But if you come here like they should, that's gonna negate all day long.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I call that the American mind. You know?
Say it again. Say it one more time for the people in the back.
America is about psychology, right? They get inside your head. Like being a therapist, it's really being a therapist. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm working on bodies, but it's really being a therapist because a lot of people are under super amounts of stress because all they do is work. They work in these high pressure jobs, and when I tell you, like from here to here, like lower back is hard.
I was gonna go therapist with you for a second. But I won't do that. But you're right. You carry stress here and here. When you're working on those areas, you're like, dude, what you do all day?
And you're like 25.
Yes.
You know? And I just talk to a lot of people from rich to poor, from different countries. I know a lot of Africans in Atlanta. You know, some try to acclimate, some don't, but they realize how hard it is once they get there.
Yeah.
Say that again. Africans realize what?
That it's harder than they imagine. It's not the image that they show you here in Africa. You know, of everybody being rich. They only show you the celebrities. If you saw the nightly news in America, you would not want to go there. I'm like, dude, I live in the same city. A lot of times in Atlanta, like, it was just a mass shooting in Michigan State. The other day. I'm like, but that's regular. January, it was every week.
Wasn't it 39 in the first 29 days or something like that?
It's so crazy.
It's been like that for many years. And it's become normal.
Everyone's numb to it.
Yeah, they're numb. Yeah. I call it being uncomfortable and being comfortable in uncomfortable situations. And that's what it is. Normalized stress. And I'm over it. To me, I've never been American. I've always been African because my father made sure we knew who we were.
But you know what I found, especially in this position of bringing so many people and having conversations like this, is that nobody nurtures, in African Americans. They will pander to the American side and won't nurture that African side.
Right.
And they'll just let it die off like a vestigial limb. And at the end of the day, you're black and you're an American, and that's basically what you know. And you don't know anything about Africa, and what you do know is just the rumors and innuendo. And just coming to Africa opens up a whole world to you. Like when you came on the plane, was there a lot of African Americans on the plane when you came through?
Oh no. That's probably why I got sick. To be honest, there's a lot of coughing. It's a lot of, Yeah, it's a shame, man. It's a shame.
Yeah.
We'll fly right over to Dubai,
quickly,
Europe, and get disrespected.
And then complain about it. But you flew into it.
But then fight because you want to be respected. It's like, you could go someplace else, right? Like,
you have options.
You have options.
I think we're so used to trauma that we almost like it to talk about it.
Right.
I'm telling you.
Okay.
I hear it every day. So, in America, I'm really private, I just stay to myself. I know who I know, people know, like, what I'm about. If you're not serious, if you're not intellectual, if you're not spiritual, if you're not, like, striving to be on a higher level, God bless you, but we really don't have any long-term interaction because I've been doing this for a long time and I'm ready to meet the people that's really on my level. Like, you guys are really on my level. I have a lot to learn from you and I appreciate the time that you're spending with me, but I'm here to be a student,
Let me just say it now. That's a good thing. There's so many. That's what I did. I came here and I've been all throughout this country. I've sat down in many villages. I've sat down in many townships throughout, not just Soweto,
Right.
but everywhere. I've talked to a lot of people, younger folk, and they've taught me things. They've told me things.
Right.
I've sat down, and you have to humble yourself when you're talking to an elder.
Oh yeah.
That's it.
For sure.
You might have the best of everything,
Right.
And I got all these degrees, and I'm this and that. But here in South Africa, and probably other parts of Africa as well,
Sure.
I know I haven't been everywhere, but I can attest to here. If you're talking to an elder, you got to shut it down.
Gotta bow down.
You know, you might can add a word or two, but it's coming this way.
Yeah.
And you're picking it up, and you're picking it. If for some odd reason it just comes very easy when you're sitting in some village off of some road over in Ladysmith somewhere, and you're like, wow, I just learned something about what it is to be in this African that I've been walking around in the whole time shunning and don't want to be recognized as, but come here and it's like that's the ticket.
Yeah.
That's the ticket to everything. So coming here, saying that you're coming here to learn is something that every African wants to hear, and you're the type of brother that will come here and excel
and do wonderful.
And do wonderful.
Yeah.
And you don't have to bring out your CV or your resume and say this is who I am. They don't care about that.
And you know what? I don't care about that. You know, because sometimes my friends remind me of things. You know, you've done such, right? Because I'm always striving ahead. I'm Aquarius, so like I look ahead. Like I'm in the future. So, but I have really good friends that have helped me prepare for this trip, and I thank them. And like I said, I'm serious, man. Like, I'm here. In my mind, I'm already here, and I know I have a lot to learn from you guys. And I just, y'all are pioneers. You may not look at it like that, but
it's hard.
Yeah, because you're doing it.
Yeah.
But when 20 years later, you're gonna look back and be like, damn, like we really did do something.
All these Americans are walking around in South Africa, living their lives, in relationships, having children, doing the whole nine.
Right.
And I might be in my 70s, hopefully at that time I'm still alive, and it'd be interesting to see like what it was when we got here, because I was talking to her in the car. I said, it's funny. I wonder why all these people are just like, when we have made the same decisions, just, watching maybe a YouTube video or something like that. Because when we came through, there were no we didn't watch YouTube videos.
No.
We didn't watch anything. It was just us feeling our way around South Africa. And the good part about it was more South Africans and Africans that were along the way helping us, telling us, teaching. It wasn't the Americans. Nobody knew anything.
Yeah.
So we just kept listening to them, and we kept building from there, over the years. Since 2011.
Years.
So
2010, really.
2010, 2010 when I first came, but 2011 when she came.
Yeah.
And then we started building from there. And honestly, it was all South Africans from the beginning until we got here in 2018.
Yeah.
It was all South Africans. So there was no reason to come here and turn our back on the South Africans.
Oh, yeah.
Shoot. The meeting that I said I think I supposed to been in earlier was with some South African brothers that I needed to chat with, but they're gonna back brief me, so don't worry about that. But that's how we operate.
Yeah.
But they always asked about our American brothers and sisters.
Yeah. Want to know why they weren't here.
Like what's going on.
Yeah.
And you would think they know, but they really don't know. And then of course they think that they know about how they live down here, and I'm like, they don't know.
They don't.
Right.
Not even a little bit. And on both sides it's like, but there's the internet. I'm like, I get that. So that's when we decided to say let's put something together proper.
Right.
From a business perspective that will get people from point A to point B, and everything in the middle is set.
Right.
And that's what you are experiencing, and many others have experienced. So to say that we're pioneers, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna promote it, and one thing about me, I promote people. I promote my friends. Whatever you're doing, I'm excited about it, because you're in my world. And if you're in my world, you're me, So I already claimed y'all as my friends before I got here.
Sound like Ubuntu.
Yeah, so again, I'm just grateful, man. I'm grateful to be here. I didn't care about the weather. I let go of all my expectations before I got here, because I was looking at the weather. I was like, man, Sunny South Africa, okay. But it's raining. But, I said, you know what? I'm going to South Africa, period.
And rain is a blessing.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, the ancestors are like, they're crying tears of joy that I'm here.
Yeah.
And on my birthday, that's when the sun came out.
Crazy, right?
That's beautiful, so I knew it was going to happen. It's been sunny during the day and raining at night now, but I don't care what the weather was. I made it here. And y'all don't know what it took, not financially, but the things that go on when you're trying to do something greater than than where you are. So I know y'all know.
Yeah.
So all the ghouls and goblins, all the things start coming out. But I'm unshakable. Like when you have confidence from within and you know who you are. I've been tested. I've been tested a lot in my life, and I've overcome them because I know that I have a vision in my head that's not going to change. I don't care what I go through. It gets stronger. And it brings out the best in me. So a lot of people let challenges get them down, they get depressed. And I've been there too, but like it activates something in me. And it's like, I gotta go harder. I gotta make this happen. And it's not for anybody, it's not to impress anybody, but I have a vision for my life and it's not gonna change. It's not gonna stop until it happens. And it's happening because I'm here and I'm talking to you.
Yeah, it's a good start. I will say that.
Yes.
But like imagine in the US, right? Like you said you live in Atlanta, so there's 2 black people down there.
Yeah.
Shoot. That if the black people just in Atlanta act like the people here in Johannesburg, like what could we accomplish with all the advantages that we have in the U.S. as black people, and then to act like this, to be like this, and which is basically, in my mind, activating the African side of them. Imagine what we could accomplish.
It's so much potential there, man. I mean, I get disappointed because when I tell you there's a lot of homelessness, there's a lot of black men on the streets with signs. It's so much potential, man. I'm not gonna get into the politics, but
sure,
they could be doing so much better, man. It's the city could be doing so much better because there's a lot of black people doing well there.
Yeah.
And I just think that we're trying to be European versions of black people, like we're copying them.
Yeah.
And we don't want to get into our spirituality, our soul, like what makes us African.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people really don't want to be African. I'm telling you.
Trust me. Yeah.
So I'm like, that's why I didn't tell anybody about this trip, the average person, because they're not going to understand my journey anyway of why I'm coming. And people still think it's apartheid here, and that people is throwing bottles with flame, Molotov cocktails, and tires burning and stuff, because that's the only images we're going to get.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, but why would they show us this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always say, they're not going to finance their demise. They're just not going to do it.
Well said, man. Well said.
Get it right.
Yeah. I've been doing that. Yeah.
Get it right.
Well said, man.
Yeah, they're just not going to do it.
They're not going to educate you to take over. They already know. They have our history.
Yeah.
They've been coming here for.
Take it out the schools. They really don't want you to know who you are now. So.
Yeah.
They don't even want you to know African American history, let alone
African history.
They just want you to know that you were in slavery.
Yeah. Just remember that part.
Yeah. So, man.
So let me ask you this. So at the end of the day, obviously I'm just gonna forecast some things for you. You're gonna go back home. It's gonna be a little different. It's gonna be different. You're gonna see home different.
Oh yeah.
It's not even a question. And you might have some levels of depression. Some people do. They literally are like why am I here?
Right.
Like even though it's all familiar.
You're right.
Why am I here? This doesn't make any sense.
Right.
But hopefully, you take away some, a little bit of African week. You put in a little jar, take it home.
Oh yeah.
And enjoy it. And then of course you're going to be, doing your own research, and then eventually you're going to be taking another trip, and then another trip, and then another trip,
and then you'll be like, hey, guys, I'm ready to start this process, and what's next? And,
exactly.
And then it'll be, and now I live here.
Right.
That's what you're hoping for.
Oh yeah, that's what's going to happen.
Because we got several people that's moved.
I know. Yeah, I've been watching everything, man. I've been watching the real estate tours. I've been watching, Aja and the Hearts and everybody. Like when I saw y'all out there they was breaking ground, man.
I see how far they got now.
Yeah.
They're doing good.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
You got next.
Oh yeah. So I already talked about what's next. So already going to come back for more days and just live here and just continue to meet people.
Sure.
I already had people wanting me to come back and things like that. So I'm just taking it bit by bit. That's why I love your story, because it wasn't rushed. You're not trying to sell anything. It's like, come visit.
That's it.
You may or may not like it, but if you do, here's the next step.
100%.
And the next step and the next step.
Yeah.
And I saw a post that y'all did on Instagram, like when y'all first came back, and I was like, y'all look so different now in such a good way. You know what I mean? Like you can see the growth of when y'all first started coming here to now. So I love it, man. And I'll continue to pray for y'all for success and longevity, and that that you continue to help people who are ready to get here.
Well, actually, you're doing it. You're actually helping people, because there's people going to watch this video.
Right.
They're going to see this video. So is there anything in particular you want to tell those people who are sitting there like on the fence, or people that are like, man, I ain't going to Africa because they got roaches? No, you laugh, but people email stuff like that to us all the time.
Wow.
But that's their perception. But what would you tell those people?
I would tell them you have to take action. You have to put one foot in front of the other, because that's the only way you're going to start to manifest the reality that you seek. If you keep both feet planted where they are, no one's going to notice you. You're going to be in your own little bubble. So take one step, do it bit by bit. Get in contact, see what they're talking about, see what you can get out of the experience, and then whatever you can afford, do that. Even if it's 6 days, do it. Get out of the country, because once you get out of the country, your brain starts working different. The cells start moving, because you have to. It's not what you're used to, but it's going to make you feel better, because you're going to notice the level of service, the level of quality, the food, the presentation of the food. It makes you not even want to eat it. It's so pretty.
It looks like art.
It looks like art.
Yeah.
So, and I want to say that this is not just because it's a package, doesn't mean like, okay, this is a one-time thing. Like Mark says, this is regular. This is regular life. And with your American dollars, like, it's so much more. You can afford so much more here. The houses are so much more affordable. Your lifestyle is going to increase 1,000-fold. You're not going to have to worry about the police. You're not going to have to worry about being black. I haven't thought about being black or the police or any stress or all the things that go on in everyday life. It's like, it's erased. Because everybody I meet is super genuine, integrity, their culture is intact. They may speak English, but they know their culture. I don't care what they have. So it's like they welcome you, they're ready for you to come, and you just have to take the first step. And if you got the money, come on. I mean, like,
Just come through.
we spend our money on so much junk in America. Garages are full of junk.
Yeah.
We got storages. Storages make millions of dollars in America because people have so much excess.
Mm-hmm.
So sell some of that stuff. Do whatever you got to do. Like upgrade your mentality so you can have what you think that you can't have. Because America makes you think that you can't have these things that Europeans have, but it's regular here. So whoever's ready, come. If you're not ready, stay where you are because you're gonna mess it up for everybody else. I'd rather you stay home, you know.
Okay, you've heard it here. We appreciate it, brother.
Thank you, sir.
That you came through and you told everybody what you thought and gave them your impressions of South Africa.
Yes, sir.
And hopefully we get more people.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get a lot more, man.
Cool.
Getting a lot more.
Thank you.
Thank you, y'all.
Thanks.
All right.
On our website and Amazon Prime. All right, everyone. The Real South Africa. We got packages to Cape Town, Johannesburg, Durban, and other places. We would love for you guys to come and enjoy what South Africa has to offer. And of course, as your travel and tourism experts here in South Africa, we can make it all come true. Now, we all know you guys have dreams and aspirations of coming to Africa. A lot of us do, and of course we did too, and that's why we're based here in Johannesburg, the city of gold. A very awesome place, and you're going to enjoy it once you get here as well. What do you get when you get here? Well, first of all, when you land here in South Africa, we take care of everything. We make sure your accommodations are good. We make sure your airport pickups are perfect. There'll be somebody standing there with a sign. We also make sure that the places that you're going to visit are carefully curated for you, of course, and then you got to eat. So what do? We put you in a perfect scenario regardless of what city you're in, so you can actually have a great meal with friends and family, or even if you come by yourself, no problem, we're going to take care of that too. But isn't this amazing? So this is what we can do for you. So basically all you have to do is just reach out to us on our website, therealsouthafrica.com, and of course once you get here, we got you. Now, of course, South Africa offers spa treatments. They're absolutely amazing. And a lot of people just love it simply because they never thought they can get a spa treatment in Africa. And then, of course, we always provide you guys with opportunities to see special animals out in their own environment and so forth. The only thing that you have to do at that point, after you've been afraid from the animals, is to get on a plane, come here to South Africa, and enjoy yourself. So we will see you here in what we like to call sunny South Africa. Oh, and by the way, you'll get an opportunity to shop as well. So book your trip today.
So much for spending time with us today. If you like what you saw, please subscribe and don't forget to hit the notifications button so you don't miss out on all things The Real South Africa. Thanks again.